What's going on this afternoon, guys? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Drop something in the chat. I think I've got audio stuff worked out now. So drop something in the chat. There we go. Now we're talking. I'm sitting here talking to myself for a couple minutes. No big deal. Just a little warm up, right? Thanks, guys, for taking the time out of your day. This webinar shouldn't be too long. We're going to take probably 30, 40 minutes, something like that. I'm going to hook you guys up with the Facebook chatbot that I use to generate something in the ballpark of, it was either 200-300 local leads, SMS leads. And I'm going to give you the actual automation that I use. I'm still getting pinged over here that people are joining in live, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what we got in the house today. We've got, let's see, Brian's in the house. Nick Carpenter, good to see you, man. Wayne Finstermacher, cool. Lori Harris, Billy freaking Murray, Matt Tricott, Juan's in the house, Flavio. All right, cool deal. So how many of you guys, just drop something in the chat, how many of you guys have tried to use a Facebook chatbot in the past? How many of you guys have tried, and I'm going to share my screen over. Lori said she's tried it. Let's see what we got here. Actually, let me, Brian got frustrated. Brian, I'm going to put you up on, I'm going to put you up on the screen with me if you got audio. Can you do that? Oh, well, you can read the answers to me. Here you go. Nick said he's kind of trying to give up. That's kind of where I was too. Brian, I'm putting you up on the stage that way you can read answers to me if I ask a question, if that's cool. So I'm going to share my screen. You there, bud? All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to share my screen over, guys, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions throughout, and then Brian can kind of read over the answers to it. All right, cool. So let me drop my screen again. All right, cool. So I was kind of the same situation. Like, we've tried, I don't know, Brian, how many different chatbots have we tried? We tried building our own chatbot. Like, we had one that was halfway working, and then something like you had to get it approved by Facebook and this and that. And I stumbled upon this tool called MiniChat, and it's minichat.com. So on today's webinar, I'm just going to kind of show you my automation, and I want to hook you guys up with exactly how I did this, and we tested it with my garage sale that we had this weekend. And I don't know, we probably had 350 or something like that ballpark sign up for the SMS list. There's one key difference. There's one key thing that I did a little bit differently than just using MiniChat, and that was, which I'll tell you about here in a second. It made this a lot more valuable than just doing it as a chatbot, because there's one thing here I want to share with you that a lot of these gurus and stuff aren't really talking about, okay? And that is when you're using these chatbots to subscribe people to your Facebook list, you send out a broadcast. Let me show you. But like, I sent out, I think, a total of 2 broadcasts, and out of that I had 136 people unsubscribe. Okay, and it wasn't like spam stuff or anything like that, but it was like directions to get to our garage sale or whatever. Now, don't take this lightly because we used it for a garage sale, okay? Over the next week, we're going to do a couple local campaigns with this for like a more of a long form lead generation, not just to come to a garage sale, but you can use the same automation no matter what type of leads that you're trying to generate. I'll go and ask you guys, and you can drop it in the chat. Brian, you can kind of read the answers to me. What type of leads are you guys trying to generate with the chatbot? Like, what business are you in? What type of leads are you generating? And I've got a better idea so I can best help you. Just drop it in the chat. What type of leads? Like, what business are you in? Are you trying to generate?
Nick says he is looking for home buyers. Who else?
So we got home buyers.
Wayne says real estate buyers and sellers.
Real estate, okay.
See, Jake's typing small business owners.
Small business owners, okay.
Come on, anybody else? Here we go. Here's Lori, leads for her clients, which are local businesses, and also for her agency business.
Okay, agency, cool.
Funeral plans for Matt.
Funeral plans, that's cool.
Looks like that's about it.
All right, cool. All right. All right, so let me give you a quick rundown of how this works, and then the Zapier script that you want to plug into this. That way you can make sure you capture these leads outside of Facebook Messenger. Did you guys know that if you just use these chatbots to opt in, that if you sent one broadcast, that many people would unsubscribe? I had no idea. Like, that was something that nobody really talks about, right? So we had over 300, well, somewhere just under 300 over Messenger opt in, and then I sent 2 broadcasts, and half of the people opted out. Like, that's crazy, right? So if you're not capturing these through the landing page that I'm going to give you, then you're going to be screwed, basically, right? And it's something that people don't really tell you. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to show you the a couple like the actual message inbox for the page that I ran, and then I want to show you how to actually set up this automation. That way you guys can go sign up at minichat.com and you can set up your own automation. And from there, I'm going to show you a couple cool little tools that is included with this that I didn't know about that are actually really cool. And then I want you guys to go out and build yourself a chatbot, because it's not as hard as you might think it is. So here's the inbox. Here's basically what the script looks like. So what we did is we ran a local ad, a Facebook ad, and we basically, the ad was just like, send a message. It was a Facebook Messenger ad, and the Facebook Messenger ad basically just said, hey, send a message if you want to get early access or to get our list of yard sale items, right? So when they send a message into this inbox, here's the first message that went out, and it's just, hey, their name, thanks for requesting the list, blah, blah, blah. Click here to get my list early, okay? So when they clicked here, when they clicked on this button, which I'll show you how to do, it actually sent them to my Instapage landing page. Brian, if you want to type this in, it's automatedinbound.com/yard sale. And it's just a real basic Instapage landing page. And all I did was ask for their cell phone number. Okay. Now, this is the key critical step that most people that are teaching chatbots leave out. So they just say, well, if you get the opt-in, then you can just broadcast whenever you want to. But no, I wanted to capture the actual cell phone number too. So when they clicked that button, they went over to the page, they saw the CTA, they opted in with their phone number. And that way we could actually put this link anywhere else that we wanted to and still get opt-ins really easily, okay? And I'm gonna hook you guys up with this Instapage. You can change the headline, you can change the whatever, and then they're still gonna get the opt-in. So what were the results of this opt-in page, okay? Let's go ahead and change the results to 100 per page. And let's see, so these are all the phone numbers that opted in. Let's see, I think there were just under 100 cell phone numbers that opted in on this page, somewhere in that ballpark. So we got all these phone numbers that opted in, and what do we do with these phone numbers? Okay. So what we did was inside Zapier. So you should be able to log in here. Let's see. It's Zapier.com. Okay. What we did, we set up a very basic automation, and what it is let me show you. So if you're using Ring Central, that's great. If you're using whatever SMS that you're using, Ring Central, Call Fire, Ring Central works great. So what I did was when a let's see, that's not the correct one, I don't think. Here you go. I think this is it. Maybe. I didn't realize I had this many chilling in here. All right, let's see. I'll find that, but basically what it is, it's when there was a new subscriber to this list. So basically, when there was a new Instapage subscriber, I think we connected it to our list. In the follow-up email, I'll make sure you guys get this. But it was when there's a new subscriber, Then we're going to send a RingCentral autoresponder that just says, hey, here's a link to the list. And actually, I can pull this up and you guys can see it. And it just auto-responded to the people of that list with, yo, here's the list to download. Actually, I can just look at task history. What am I doing? Here we go. Here we go. I guess it was that one. Okay. All right. So when an is this the right one though? It's my bad, guys. I think this is just okay. So this is the action that if someone texted into that number, because if you notice on this page, we actually asked them to send a text message on the. Whoops. Here you go. So, or send me a text at this number, which is a RingCentral number. So if they send a text to that number, then it only continues if the text does not contain outbound. So I don't want it to like keep firing off. Like if I texted somebody back, I don't want this trigger to go off. So we set up a filter. So it only continues if the text does not contain outbound and the 2 number contains 333, which was the tracking number that we used. It adds them in a spreadsheet for us, so that way I have a list of the spreadsheet. And then it also just sent me a Slack notification that that there's a new text message. There's another one that I have set up that actually auto responds with the link to the guide, which you can see kind of here. It's like hundreds and hundreds of these that went out. I think that might be on a different list. I'll make sure I get that over to you. But basically, people were just texting in like early access. They were texting all kinds of crazy stuff. Remember that, Brian? A couple people were like, give me Scot's stuff right now. I want to be a part of this event, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that was the first thing, okay? The second thing was I took advantage of ManyChat's call to action. So here's the first thing. And then the second thing is we did a, let me show you the automation on this side actually, and then I'll build the automation for you so you can actually see how I did it. So it's a welcome message, okay? So here's the first message that went out. 43% of the people actually clicked the link to go and opt into my SMS list, okay? And then we did a 60-second pause and then another 31 seconds because I wanted to give them enough time to go look at the landing page, yada, yada. And then I sent them another message and it's, do you want to help me out? I forgot to mention, it would be a big help if you'd share my yard sale. And so what that looks like in the message is right here, the share, okay? If they click on share, they can actually share in separate messages to their friends list, okay? So that actually, if you look at our CTR for that, 8% of the people that went through, so that could be an extra 10 or 12 people, or what is it, like 20 people that actually went and shared that with their friends, shared this with their friends as well, okay? Now actually the share button doesn't have a CTR percentage, but I linked up the landing page on the bottom of this too. So that link was actually clicked 8% of the time. So it's pretty cool because it does show you the CTRs, it does show you the links, and this is just all in a welcome message, okay? So that's the first thing that you need to do is build your welcome message, all right? Second thing you can do is you can send out broadcast. So after someone has effectively, sent you a message to get in on the list with the live chat, then you've got an audience that you can broadcast to. You can also do some other pretty cool things in here, like you can tag people based on what they do. So if somebody if I go back here to automation and I go to my welcome message, if I go over here to edit message, okay, so all these are just modular things that I can drag and drop in here, all right? I could also, if I wanted to, let's say that I go to this link right here, I can also include a new action right here. So what I did was, and I'm going to build out a quick one for you guys so you can see how it's done. And then if you need to go back and watch the replay, that's fine. We're also going to be going over this stuff in our group this week because we're going to be building out a few other bots this week. I want to show you how to get access to the group if you guys want to join the group. But outside of that, this link right here just opens a website. You can also have it reply a message, call a phone number, open up a share window, okay? So it opens a website, it opens my landing page. You can also click on new action, and you can add a tag here too, okay, which is pretty dang cool. So I can tag the audience of people who have clicked on this link, and then when I go back to do my broadcast, I can send a broadcast only to the people who have clicked that link. Or if I want to spam the people who haven't, signed up yet, I can exclude the people who have as well. All right. And there's a ton of stuff that you can do in here that's pretty advanced. My recommendation is to start out with a welcome message, which is just what you're looking at right here. And we're going to build it out on this webinar. And then you can kind of go from there with different automations and stuff like that. Okay. So is that all kind of, Brian, you can kind of check the chat box. Is that all kind of, make sense to you guys? Here, I'll open it up and take a look before we go ahead and build a live list. So let's check it out. So I know that was kind of a quick run through. So I'm going to build out a bot after this. Yeah, it is kind of fancy, and it can still be pretty confusing as well. But we're going to build out a welcome bot. And by the way, ManyChat, I'm not affiliated with those guys, so it's not like I make a commission if you buy their thing. But it's like $10 a month. Okay, so I was actually shocked. I was like, where is the upsell here? But no, $10 gave me everything to get my first deal going. So unless you guys got questions so far, we're going to build out our first bot here, and then we're going to run it so you can see exactly what it looks like. And then we're going to kind of take it from there. Cool? We good? Okay, cool. All right, sound good? Cool. All right, so let's go up here to, let's take a look at, share my screen back again. Let's take a look at this piece. So what we want to do is we want to build out a welcome message, okay? So I'm actually going to delete all these things right here. We're just going to start fresh. Pretty simple, okay? So welcome message is basically what happens if they click the message button on a Facebook ad. If you're running the Facebook message type CTA, this is what they get as a response, okay? Makes sense? So you got a couple different options here for types, and I've used all these just to test them out. I actually sent out an audio message in a broadcast. I haven't sent a video yet, which that's pretty damn cool. We used the delay. I tried the file type. I tried the image, the gallery, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do, we're going to choose the card to start with because it's got a CTA button, okay? So when somebody clicks on my ad that says, send me a message for XYZ, which we don't have time to jump into Facebook ads today, but if you've got questions, I'm happy to share that in the group. Why don't we put the kitty cat and the puppy, okay? And so the title is going to be Annie's over here scratching up my office door. It's funny. Thanks for requesting an invitation. Okay, whatever this is. Let's say that, let's just pick one of these. Let's say it's for real estate, okay? Thank you for requesting a property evaluation, okay? Whatever your CTA is, right? All right. Before we complete your property evaluation, okay. All right, so now we've got, you look over here in the preview, okay? And you can see it kind of cuts off the test, so you may want to edit that. You might want to put a picture of like, whatever it is that matches up with your ad or whatever, right? Okay, so let's add a button now. Okay, so our new button is going to be complete evaluation, right? Okay. Now, instead of replying with a message, I want to open a website, all right? Because this is going to go to our lander, right? So this is where I put, let's go to, use our template, right? Yard sale. You don't want this to be like too crazy advanced. You don't want your landing page to have like 20 questions on it. You want it to have 1 or 2 fields, right? Okay. And I'm also going to add an action. I want to add a tag that is clicked val link, okay? That way I know anyone who's clicked that, they're tagged now, and I can sort those contacts. So when I send a broadcast out, I can exclude these people, or I can include them in a broadcast that says, hey, you know, I saw you started your property valuation. Did you get it completed, or what did you need help with, right? All right, so let's go and save that. And then let's add another button maybe. Call a phone number. Complete by phone, okay? And let's just make it my phone number for right now. And so this could be a tracking number or your inbound phone number, right? For sales, if you're trying to drive inbound sales calls, okay? Let's say that now, all right? Let's go ahead and preview it. Oh, subtitle's too long. So, okay, so the subtitle. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that'll let me do it. Let's preview it now. All right, so let's check Messenger. Here we go. All right, here we go. So you guys see this live? Thank you for requesting a property valuation, okay? Now, before we complete your property valuation, a few more questions below. So complete by valuation. How about I want to call? See how it's opening up Ring Central? Or let's go ahead and complete it. It's going to push them to my landing page, okay? So as easy as that, we have a single step Facebook chatbot that's generating us not only Facebook Messenger opt-ins, but also leads for our landing page, okay? That's the first thing I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the screen share and jump in real quick in case anyone's got input for that real quick. Stop sharing. So what do you guys think about that? Was that pretty simple? Pretty simple, right?
Nick says yes. Nick says yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. So now what you need to do to push traffic to that is you just need to run a Facebook ad with the Messenger type objective, right? So when they click on it to open up Messenger, it pops in that next step, okay? Before you know it, you're gonna have several hundred people that are opted in, okay? Is that pretty cool? All making sense? All right, cool. Let's take it up to the next thing, which is broadcast, all right? Let me go and share this back over. All right, so now we got a welcome message. Now, if I wanted to, like I said, like what I did with mine, let's go ahead, let's say we wanted to add a share function to it. Let's add a delay. Let's wait this out for, let's say, for the sake of this, okay? And then you can also choose show typing. So it looks like you're really typing, okay? And then let's add a text. Did the link load okay for you? Okay, so you've got a couple options here. You can either make this look like a bot. Okay, see it right here? Okay, so that's going to prompt them to respond. It looks like a human almost. Or you can add buttons for, say, yes or no. Okay, so if they say yes, okay, then I can create a new message here. Give me a call when you're ready to discuss. Okay, and you can put a call now button here. All right, so let's go back up a step. All right, so now it's going to do a typing delay for 9 seconds, and then it's going to ask them this question. See here, if they click on yes, it did. Okay, you can also enter personalization too. So I can grab this guy and enter their first name, email, phone number, their page name, full name, last name. So I'm going to do first name. Fallback is hey. Let me tell my wife to get the dog out of my office. Oh my God. Glorious. All right. Hang on. All right, cool. All right, so then you can also add a button that says, no, it didn't. All right. A frown face here. Whoops. It's pretty cool because you can use emojis too. Okay. Let's do an angry face. How about that? Now, if they click on no, it didn't load, then I want to send another message back to them that says, okay, sorry, it didn't load. Okay, I can do the same thing, call, phone, or open website, right? This is just conditional logic. Okay. All right, so now we've actually got a pretty cool chatbot going. Let's go ahead and preview what this one looks like, all right? See how it's typing right there? So this is the first message, okay? Now let's wait for the 9 seconds. Scott, the link load okay for you? Yes, it did. Thanks. No, it didn't load. Okay, sorry, it didn't load. Give me a quick call then. Call Scott now. You guys see how that worked? All right, so I'm going to pause this again. Drop something in the chat. Let me know what you thought about that. Does that make sense? How you can add it? How you can add conditional logic to it? Sweet, huh? Yeah, it's badass. Wait until you see some of the stuff we're going to build out with this. It's pretty freaking awesome. And it's pretty simple once you've got some direction. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm pretty smart with this stuff, and it probably took me 10 hours, like legitimately 10 hours. I told Brian, I'm like, dude, we're gonna make this the most epic yard sale Facebook message thing ever, just because I want to actually put this thing through its paces to understand it. And once I was able to get this, the clarity like I've got now, I can show you guys it's pretty damn simple. All right, cool. So we got that. So what else can you do with this? All right. What are some other things real quick? Let me show you that. So here's some other cool things that you can do with it. All right. My wife just said that she's at the nail salon. She can't get the dog. The dog is like bouncing into my office trying to get into me. All right, cool. So what are some other things that you can do? All right. You can do sequences. I'll keep that one as a draft. I don't want to publish it. All right. So here's my yard sale sequence. You can run a sequence that does all this stuff, which I'm not going to get into that. You can mess with sequences later. Once you get your welcome message together, then you can mess with sequences. Because what you can do, based on the way that they respond with the call to action buttons, then you can subscribe them to sequences. Okay, just like an email autoresponder, right? All right. So if they click yes or no, you can build out full autoresponder sequences with this, which is badass. The other thing I want to show you, here are the broadcast, and then I want to show you some cool tools you can put on your Instapage landing page or your website right now to push people to Messenger with ManyChat. And I think you're going to love, whoops, I think you're going to love that. What are you doing, Annie? Sorry about that. I promise I didn't hit my dog. She's just being crazy. All right, so here's one of the broadcasts that I sent out. I sent out 152 and 114 people opened it. 3 people clicked on load directions, which is actually pretty cool because I gave them a link to Google Maps, or they could call the organizer, which is the girl that was kind of running the garage sale for me. But I actually sent them a voicemail, which is just an audio file, okay? And then I did typing for 11 seconds, and then here's a quick link that should map you right to the address tomorrow morning. And then here's the address, and then the link was to load Google Maps. Okay, so that was a broadcast that I did, which you see the open rate is pretty badass. 75% of people opened it, all right? So that's how you do a broadcast. After they've opted in, you just broadcast to them, and then it shoots out freaking spams the crap out of Facebook. It's pretty cool. It sent I mean like 300 messages out. But here's what the voicemail looked like. So they actually had a voicemail, and then I hit them with another broadcast here too. So we had a huge turnout at the garage sale. I like wanted to go hide somewhere. All right, so growth tools, okay? This is the last thing I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna give you an opportunity to join Rainmaker Pro. If you guys wanna get into the group where we're building this stuff out at, I've got an offer for you. If not, it's cool too. Well, let me show you the growth tools. So here's my, here is, let's go back to, you can actually see what this is. So you, up here on growth tools, this is where you actually put it on your own website. So if I click on new growth tool, these are things that I can put on my own website or Instapage, okay? So you can choose a slide in, okay? You can put your own headline here. Whatever you want, and then if they click on this, then it starts the entire autoresponder for you. So you can actually put this on your landing pages, guys. It's sweet. What I did was I used this for a thank you page. So after they opted in, we did, here you go. So we put this on the thank you page like towards the end of the campaign. There was a 22% conversion, 14 people opted in, which is crazy. That's great. 44% of people clicked on send it to my message, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is on the thank you page after you opt in. You can go to the link that Brian posted to look for yourself, okay? Now the chatbot might be broken now because we just messed it up, but I don't really care. So you might not get to see that live if you go through it, but so this is on the thank you page. Wait, you forgot something. Will you share this with only your best friends who live here in LaGrange and make sure they know about it? Send a messenger, okay? So if they do that, after they opted in, then it goes back to Messenger, and I don't think it's going to show me the preview on that, but yeah, that's a message you can do. There's also these other ones. You can do a bar up at the top, okay? You can also do pop-ups. There's tons of them in here, and it's all included in the same price for 10 bucks a month. It's ridiculous. Like these guys should be charging 10 times that. You can do pop-ups here, and all you do is you go here to setup, and you can, so after they opt in, you can edit all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. You can add an image to it, whatever you want, and then it just gives you the snippet, and you paste this. You got to put what website you're using. So if it's going to be, you notice mine right here, I included Instapage. I had something on it, Shopify POS, automatedinbound.com. So you add that, you hit next, and then you just copy this code, and under an Instapage, let's go back to the site, and I'll show you where you put it at. You got to have Instapage Pro to do this, and it's included in Rainmaker, guys. So if you guys are already in Rainmaker, then you already have this. So you go over here, and then you, inside Instapage, if you're using Instapage, you just go to Settings, you go to JavaScript. This wasn't the page I had it on, but you just, in header, you drop it right here, and you save it, and that's it. It's done. So let me show you. Actually, I'm not sure. So I actually pushed this to a long form opt-in after they opted into the short SMS, and I think I had like a 30-40% opted into the long form after that. Let's see if I can find that page, and I'll show you. So what do you guys think about those growth tools? Drop something in the chat. Do you think you could use those? Pretty cool. Was it pretty easy to see that now? This thing's still loading. It's taking forever to load. Anyway, so if you could go,
they look great.
Yeah, you can go check out Automated Inbound / yard sale. If you opt in, you'll be able to see the thank you page that's got my growth tool on there, and all that's included in ManyChat. Pretty cool, eh? See, Jake says I've got some ideas already. Matt, they look great, very cool. Nick says yes, sweet. All right, guys, so in a nutshell, that's what I wanted to show you. Here's the link to MiniChat to build out your first bot, minichat.com. You just need, it's like $10 a month. You can actually do one for free there to kind of test it out. Go back and watch the replay if you need to. Let me show you the offer if you guys want to apply to join Rainmaker Pro. So in Rainmaker Pro, you got a couple different options. You can enroll for $67 a month, month to month. You can pay it in 3 payments of $197, or you can pay it in 1 payment of $447. I'm not going to give you a hard pitch to do this. Brian, if you just drop the link of fbrainmaker.com if you guys want to enroll. The cool thing about that is you're going to get access to our Facebook group with all the members that are building these, but more importantly, I won't say more importantly, but also huge benefit is you're going to get Instapage Pro, which is like $150 a month. We'll give you a sub account for that, so that way you can do this stuff with. And then many more things. You're going to get Rainmaker University, which is included in that, and then you also get to get on these Tuesday mastermind calls with us that we have every Tuesday too. So if that sounds like it's, like I said, I'm not going to give you a huge hard pitch on this. I just wanted to show you guys Chatbots because I thought it was really awesome once I learned how to do it. Just go to fbrainmaker.com, and just Brian will post a link to go there if you guys want to enroll. And then outside of that, I'll open this up for a couple minutes for questions. If you guys have any questions that I can answer for you, I'm happy to, but it's pretty self-explanatory, wasn't it? Yeah, hopefully you can, this will give you the confidence to build out your first bot. Now the Facebook ad side of it, you will need to push traffic obviously to the bot, but if you're already running traffic, you can go ahead and use one of those growth tools and just drop it on your landing page, and then you can start opting people in. Just make sure that the key thing I want to get across to you guys is make sure that welcome message includes a link to join your email list, your SMS list, or whatever, because I don't want you guys to rely just on Facebook Messenger opt-ins. As you saw, about half of the people, I don't know if there's an algorithm that if they don't open it within so many seconds, they're opted out maybe. I'm not sure. But make sure that you use that link with Instapage or whatever your landing page is to get them on your list. And if you guys give me until this evening, I'll send you an email with the actual Instapage file that you can upload into your account. All right, that'll wrap it up. I appreciate you guys' time today. Like I said, we're just gonna do 40 minutes. We're at 39 minutes. And before I run, just drop something in the chat. Let me know if this was of value to you or what you got out of the call. And then I'll let you guys hit the road, Jack. Just drop something in the chat. Let me know what you got out of the call, or if this was something that you think you can use, so I know if this was of value.